Jonah, I found Incan ruins, but I think the foundation of the temple is older.
Yeah, Abby remembered where she saw that symbol. It's inside the temple somewhere.
Great. Tell her thank you for me.
I'm right here. You can thank me by not breaking anything.
I'll be right there, Lara.
And welcome back to Shadow of the Tomb Raider, where we're now actually entering the tomb, exploring, seeking hidden artifacts. Or, in other words, raiding a tomb, and where the hell did he come from?
What'd you do?
Jonah, look.
Jonah makes really quick surprise entrances.
The twins come together.
What is it? Lara,
What?
I said not to break anything.
I'm not breaking it. I'm restoring the original. Someone was trying to hide it.
That's how you do archaeology, folks.
The twins come
You
together
destroy it.
before following the path of the living.
It's been tampered with. Like that thing in Mexico.
This must lead to the next clue.
Go. I'll stay here. See what else I can find.
Sounds good.
And then he will appear suddenly, out of the shadows, when he is needed most. That is both the gift and the curse of Jonah, Lara's pal, buddy, friend, guy.
The twins. Life and death. Jonah, I found the temple.
That was fast.
Damn. Trinity already there, trying to blast their way in. I'm gonna take a closer look.
So basically, Lara's method was more of a scalpel, whereas Trinity is more of a sledgehammer. Ooh, swan dive. How does that help me? Well, I guess this means I hide underwater faster, maybe? And hopefully not drown. Clearly, swimming underwater would be made better if Sonic the Hedgehog's drowning music started playing when he started running out of air. That old familiar anxiety would be back.
Forward outpost. Status report. Operation Lone Wolf underway. Trucks en route. What's the rush all of a sudden? Dr. Dominguez is here in Peru. Is that good enough for you? Aye, Commander. Sorry, sir.
Okay, so now we're seeing, at the very least, we're seeing a larger operation in scale. Like, a lot of the things that we've seen so far were just like a couple guys here and there. So now, at the very least, we get to see the bigger picture of the Trinity operation.
Those drones were unexpectedly heavy and sharp. Boat looks okay, though.
Glad you're here. We have a problem.
Jenny again?
I'm on it.
See, a lot of these shaved head goons look the same, but you know they're different because they have different bandanas.
So, are we getting scuba equipment or something? Better. A bunch of underwater drones.
We'll get things back on track.
Does he even care that his friend just disappeared? Is he fine with this?
Command, this is Dock Station. Operation Lone Wolf underway. Drones have been launched.
We're 5 miles downriver. Signal is strong. I'll let you know if they find anything. Out.
People are like, hey, what's up with all that splashing? And where did those other guys go? I don't know. They must have gone nowhere. They just went for a little bit of a swim and never showed up again.
Fire under Rourke's ass. He's not usually like this. What's going on over at Colton?
How should I know?
Ah,
We haven't been able to reach them. Still? Been over an
so
hour.
I need to be over here
No,
so I can at least hide.
because we haven't been able to reach them.
And is he going to look away?
I hate this not knowing.
Or is he just gonna stand there and smoke his cigarette? Nope, he's just gonna toss his cigarette out immediately.
Something's happened, I'm sure of it.
Maybe I could swim underneath here. And then
Likely to be here as anyway.
I hope we hear something soon.
nope, that doesn't work either. I mean, I don't really have to stealth them. Actually, let's stealth this guy. While he's watching, just to see the reaction. Does he care? Okay, he realizes that Lara is there. Now, can I still stealth him?
Still out there.
Yes, I can. All right. Okay, what items did I actually pass up? And oops, that's short jump dive in there. You don't need like a big diving board or a big height. Just dive straight down, like surface level. That's the kind of acrobatics that Lara is all about. Although to be fair, like, okay, I don't know how well that would fit into like the real world aspect type gameplay they've got going on for this trilogy. But I do recall that Lara got her start doing backflips while fighting dinosaurs. So, doing all sorts of acrobatics is not unheard of. Alright, so I got the end
When the
times.
Lord gave his covenant to Noah, saying never again will he destroy this world, it can be interpreted as he has decided humanity has learned their lesson. But have we? There is also a different interpretation to be made, and that is that he has given the agency of destruction to mankind itself. We are responsible for every living soul, and they are now tarnished and besought. It has been 4,000 years since the world saw purity, and we aim to end that. We will be the architects of the new world. We will pave the street to heaven for all. We will usher an end to this sinful, reprehensible world.
And they never bothered to question whether they were part of said sin. Although I suppose, if you think about it, there is one villain who does question his own place in the better order. And that would be the agent from the
You okay?
Yeah, there's a Trinity
from
base.
Serenity and Firefly.
What happened here? I said don't break anything.
Hey, Abby, I can explain. I'll get back to you later, Lara. Don't do anything crazy.
Too late.
Impossible. I can't carry any. The younger Croft is more active and less cerebral than her father was. Although intelligent, she is less focused on the meaning and history of the artifacts she seeks and more prone to risk-taking. With no children or family of her own, she is free to pursue her targets, almost to the point of obsession. Although this can make her appear impulsive or unpredictable at times, we believe her drive and the balance of her personality will make her easier to influence, with the promise of greater challenge and more likely to deliver results. Any information she might have that Richard Croft withheld from Trinity would simply be a bonus. We recommend her as a strong target for recruiting.
Oh. Okay, so that considers when that report was actually written. I was wondering whether that report was written in the present, but that's clear that that report was written much in the past. Although exactly where in the past? Like, was it before Tomb Raider or after? Well, obviously after, because then it's about, like, the artifacts she chases down.
That's smart ass. But you know why? That's
But that also means that it was before she started fighting Trinity.
After action report. Attention, Dr. Dominguez. Search site, Mazaruni River, Guyana. 5.81658.
I was wondering if she was going to read every single number on this page.
468158. Discovered evidence.
Ah, the mud tutorial. Oh, yeah. Now, can you add on more layers of mud?
Borvenir, this is Commander Rourke. Have you achieved lockdown?
We're almost there. All access points are covered, and most of the barricades.
Nobody will see her.
Almost isn't
So
good enough.
invisible.
Secure the perimeter now, and make damn sure it's locked tight.
Aye, sir. If I could ask, sir, what's going on?
Recon team is en route. Rourke out.
How many guys went?
That is brutal.
This fucking place.
And anybody else around here? Now there are two guys
Should we
here.
send someone down to look for them?
Rourke was explicit. No search and rescue until the recon team gets here.
But it's almost been an hour since last contact.
The commander doesn't abandon his people. He says wait topside. He's got a damn good reason.
Now it's clear they want me to use the bottle to create a distraction. But I don't care about its... Alright. Did that result in any reinforcements? The answer is no.
Okay, the perimeter's locked down. All we have to do is wait for the recon team.
Doesn't it seem a little weird to you? There was a problem underground, but we're fortifying ourselves from a threat from overland.
Seems pretty standard. If something did go wrong, we should assume it could be anything. We've got the temple covered, too.
I don't know, man. Still feels like we went from an amber alert in the known area to a red alert all over the place.
We've been overreacting to things ever since that storm hit.
I hope there's no Amber Alert going on in this island. That would be extra creepy.
I should...
Alright, so he's dead.
What do you think happened down there?
We're securing the site. Obviously somebody thinks they got attacked.
By what?
By
There's
what?
nothing down there.
And who?
Sure. We were searching for something. Maybe they found it and it wasn't what we thought.
Now how will I deal with this? I should try to take out this guy using violence. Oh, yeah, because he gets close to these bushes.
Wall collapse. They went down too deep. All kinds of reasons for losing contact.
They went in too deep, man!
Those were good men. They are good men.
And let's see. Yep. Okay, so he'll notice me if I try to pop out.
The recon team will figure this out.
I must be going crazy.
What now?
I got it. Man down!
Okay, so something I should consider for next time. Remember where I left the bodies.
You going to check it out?
Yeah, I'll see what they found. Rourke was there in Cozumel when Dominguez took the dagger. They must have figured out the next step to the hidden city.
Can I climb this forklift? This... Is this an electric forklift? In the jungle? I don't know if that's a smart idea. And... oh, the Porvenar oil company that was mentioned earlier. Because ladders are for suckers. It's still convenient that it bothers to explain how to rappel every time I actually need to. Now, on one hand, you could say, hey, that's basically the game babying you along. Like, you should, like, it's like, oh, look at you, player. You're probably too stupid to figure out how to rappel.
What happened?
But at the same time, though, with a game that has so many different types of gameplay, and it varies its style up so much that by the time you rappel again, you're like, okay, how do I rappel? Not to mention the fact, like, how do you determine which path is the correct one when you're creating this open world where it must seem bigger than it actually is? Do I have a blood camo? No blood camo. Is this the part where the mystery monsters show up with mystery?
Attention, Dr. Dominguez. Possible.
Okay, yeah, that was very important. I'm glad we had that talk. All right. We've got documents. Actually, that was not a too bad of an impression of Snake from The Simpsons. Yeah. I've got alimony payments. Things don't seem to be doing well this side of the temple. And she is worried about me knocking down a wall, and you got this guy over here. Actually, what era is he from? Is he part of the away team? Probably. Probably. He's got a spike through his chest. Oh. It's too bad all these murals look the same.
From death to life, New moon to full. This temple serves as guardian to the silver box.
It also seems like the amount of text in these messages is dropping down. Although, you could almost argue that that might be a good thing, because then that kind of propels the player to keep moving.
Jonah, I made it inside the temple.
I think we found something here too. Some numbers. I'm gonna clear it off.
It appears that the first set of numbers says 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. I don't know what that means. Oh my. This is a fiery dystopia. Also kind of crap. Kinda. I don't know if I want to call it crap. Like, what am I even looking at, actually? Is this oil that has fire on it? Because that seems like the best explanation as to why there seems to be a bunch of fire sprites just kind of dancing about on this kind of liquid.
The numbers on the pillars look like the first half of dates. Ishal on the left, Shakshal on the right.
Snakes. It had to be snakes. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. That was the lamest death like ever.
On the pillars look like Ishal on the left, Shakshal on the right.
Did I have to worry too much about that? Okay. This is a very odd puzzle box. And what does it mean? And will this do the same thing for Chakshish, was it? Isho on the left, Chakshish on the right. Most mysterious. So we got a... Let's call that top left one a 4. That's a 5, a 1, and a 3. And that's a... hockey puck, I guess. Oh.
Steady now.
But, oh my. I got extra blocks. Oh, and that covered up the snakes. Is this a puzzle, or is this just like a bunch of buttons in a row? Oh, that revealed the snakes. Okay, so I need to press the right number in order to not die.
Have to match the symbols.
But what symbols am I matching? Okay, I just more or less kind of guessed that one.
Another door. There must be more to this.
Okay. Never mind, I'm just being stupid. So there's this stack of pillars. There's clearly a hockey puck, and then a 4 at the top, so I need to add another hockey puck there. And then that one has a 5. The only position that has a 5 is way over there, and that is a dot and a 3, so the spot below here should be blank. Now, what represents 0? Is it the line? Or, let's say a 5, 1, and 3. Let's see if there's a competing set on this other side. A 5, a 1, a blank, and a line. Well, either way I should be alright, so let's see if I live or if I die.
Hey Jonah,
I live!
There's an incomplete date and a depiction of Jacques Shell.
I have 2 dates here, and E-Shell. I think I've seen the date on the left somewhere. The photo from Cozumel. Maybe there's a clue.
Okay.
In the Maya long count calendar, all dates have 5 numbers. This numeral was damaged to look like a 13. But what if it's really an 8? That's a 2,000-year difference, and the constellations would be in a completely different position. So the star path would lead west to somewhere in Peru. The last number on the left pillar is 0. The last number of the left pillar should be a 0.
Okay, so is there a blank, or is the 0 the hockey puck? I'm going to assume that that is what that means.
Okay, Jonah. What's the final number for Jacques Shell?
A line across with 2 dots on top of it. 7, I think.
Thanks.
Line across with 2 dots. Shall I take... That musical cue indicates that I should take his word for it. Okay. I live another day.
That's it.
Although it's... Like, on one hand, having to upgrade your skills at a local base camp might seem inconvenient. This means that you don't interrupt the flow of the action by having to just, like, stop and look at your stats. Ooh.
Suicide was not considered forbidden by the Maya. In fact, it was considered an honorable alternative to living. Because of this, by committing suicide, you could bypass the underworld and go straight to paradise, where other noble deaths included the sacrificed, those who died in battle or childbirth, and those who died playing ball. The suicide's escort on the journey to paradise would be this goddess, Ishtab, also called Rope Woman. She was the goddess of suicides, especially those who hanged themselves and manifested as a rotting corpse hanging from a noose.
The Rope Woman sounds like a horror icon that has not had a movie based on it yet. I was going to comment on just the unhealthy attitude there.
The Maya
Jaguar.
for their majestic beauty and dangerous grace. Villagers would have 4 acantoons, idols which they placed at each corner of the village. At night, 5 Balams, spirit jaguar guardians, would come to the village. 1 Balam would station itself at each corner, next to an acantoon, while the 5th and smallest Balam would coordinate their protection efforts against evil demons and spirits.
But the idea of like a rotting corpse hanging from a noose, guiding you to the afterlife, that does not sound like you made the right choice.
Jonah.
Hey, Lara. It's Abby.
Oh, hey, Abby. I found a mural. It seems to depict some kind of journey. Entering through a jaguar mouth.
A jaguar.
Serpent toward a silver eye.
Uh-huh.
On the way, there's a spider and an eagle that rises toward a temple.
Okay, I don't know about most of that, but the jaguar mouth is back this way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Cat sculpture, big teeth. Oh, here. He's back.
Lara, you okay?
Yeah, I'm heading back.
Good.
This is the path to the hidden city. It seems to describe a series of trials, entering...
I think you're gonna like this.
Alright.
This describes something nearby. 2 guardians have fangs. 2 guardians have feet. 1 guardian has both to better protect me.
2 guardians have fangs. 1 guardian has... Two guardians have feet. 1 guardian has both. Fangs and feet. So maybe this guy? But what does that mean? Yeah. Because it's not just about saving the world. It's also about getting rich.
Interesting.
Oh, this is not an optional monolith to examine. This is a spooky one. While on a branch, use a rope arrow to kill and string up an enemy. Huh. It looks like Lara's got to go out on a limb there.
This shows a basic sketch for a temple rising from the middle of a city. If I squint, it sort of looks like a snake.
Nah, the art wasn't very good back then.
Thank you for watching. If you've still got the itch for more content, why not give one of those links a try? Got some questions or comments? You can comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. In the meantime, so long, folks.